hate live, boy. Oh, baby. Alright. Sort of shit. Let's give it this divine masculine situation. Reckon I get another reading done by the end of the day at least. Tomorrow's going down. I'm gonna finish astrology. It'll be air signs and water signs. Knock those out, get those out the way. Wednesday, I'm dropping karmic messages, divine masculine's karmic situation, divine feminine's karmic situation, and then Thursday we're gonna do twin flame union, reunion, and recognition, hopefully. So let's get this angle bopping real quick. So let's just get on with it. Now, any rants? Yeah, still doing specials till about I would say Tuesday at midnight. So you ain't caught them, catch them while they still out, like Pokemon and shit. But other than that, head, shoulders, knees, and toes run, and I'm gonna crack it off. So head, that's swords, thoughts, decisions, mentality, ideology. That's the direction you're going. That's the decisions you're making. Everything starts from the mind. That's your cerebral. You know what I mean? Like if the body is the temple, then this is like the window to your shit. They said eyes is the window to the soul. Nah, it's your brain. Your dome piece. You gotta stay on point. Razor sharp all day, every day. All day, every day. Cups. Cups are feelings and emotions. All feelings and emotions are just indicators on where you're going mentally. Heart and mind must be aligned with everything that you do. You cannot make a decision to do something, put your mind up to really go in a direction, and or just manage to really I don't know how to explain it. Everything starts from the top, like for real. Anything you think got a feeling to it. And if you're feeling something you ain't really thinking, I mean, you might want to connect to whatever that thought was that has this feeling here. It's all a process. You really can't skip steps. So heart and mind department is ruled by the divine feminine. Who's the divine feminine? She's the queen piece in the chessboard. How she moves. You know what I mean? How valuable she can be in a chess game. You know, the king, it's the divine masculine. King don't move much. You know, but if the king is gone, the game is over. The queen is gone. Hey, the game still goes on. Rule number one in this twin flame situation, it's optional. Wands, who's the king of wands? The divine masculine. Wands are actions and behavior. That's things you're doing, things you've done, not things you finna do, because you ain't did it yet. Pentacles are person, places, and things. Stuff you can taste, touch, see, feel, and hear. All pentacles expire. All pentacles are temporary. And all pentacles have an expiration date. So I'm really trying to get a good vibe off these cards here. But anyway, song of the day. So like I say, me and God been on one the past couple weeks. You know what I'm saying? He's really showed up and showing out in a few areas of my life. And you know what I'm saying? I ain't got no choice but to be thankful for that. So, you know, you could tell my mood by like the songs I sing or the choices that I even pick for the songs that I get with. So it's just been gospel the past week though. I don't even listen to gospel like the whole time. But I just been hearing gospel songs in my head. Like the gospel songs I used to sing and shit. Like the song I sung yesterday was some shit I sung in the Sunshine Band. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't even remember when I was singing this shit, but the song I used to sing. For those that know the song, you can sing it with me. Hey, when I should feel lonely, when I should feel sad. 6-year-old boy in church singing this shit. My heart's content and my heart is glad. Joy bells are ringing in my heart. Keep singing, it's wonderful to know he's mine. That's how I said that. He's mine. Feel me? To me, he's really wonderful. Hey, to me, it's really wonderful to know that Jesus is mine. You feel me? Like back on the Jesus tip though. You feel me? We was talking about the blood yesterday. You know, to me, it's really wonderful to know that Jesus is mine. Like I'm a Christian psychic, you feel me? So the way I keep it, the way I'm coming at y'all, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely in a Christian way. And one thing we do is keep it very simple. Stupid. You don't want to get too advanced, man. Like it's hard enough trying to figure out everything else. Best way to really ascend is keep it is founded in any type of tradition or like foundation you came up with. I mean, religion is division. I keep saying that. Like I can argue on that shit, but it's good to have it as a foundation, masculine, and that's who I'm talking to. So, like I said, in my line of work, it's a lot of women who are divine masculines. My mother's one actually. My twin sister's one actually. Ain't nothing masculine physically about these niggas. They're very fair. Dimes, you know what I'm saying? But inside, hey, they niggas, you feel what I'm saying? And they know they know exactly how to take charge. They're alpha, they're not beta, they're just a different type of feminine. You know what I mean? Woman really, I'm a divine feminine male. And we an enigma in ourselves, and it's a lot of us out here. So this reading can be unisex in a way, as long as you understand why. You know what I'm saying? Cross watching is cool, but just make sure you catch your own readings. And it's like I say in my readings, if you get a reading from me and I'm giving you a message, because that's really what it is. Because I'm like not pulling out my ass and shit. So if I give you a message, it's for you. And you know, go showing everybody the message. You know what I mean? Don't go using this message as, I don't know, ammo or I don't know, like anything. You can't use it as a pinnacle because it's an action. It's eight of wands. That's what's going on with a message. Eight of wands is communication. What's communication? It's 20% verbal and 80% nonverbal. I gave you a message. That's 20% of the business. All the work, something you're gonna have to do. It's something you're gonna have to keep. It's something you're gonna have to really register, right? Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, right? You gotta really get the understanding of how the cycles work. So I'm gonna break this down, and then I'm gonna start reading. On starting about 7 minutes and 30 seconds. And I'm going live, so I gotta kind of bring it up. You know what I mean, just to get more people included in the conversation. So head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Swords, that's heads. Cups, that's shoulders. Wands, that's knees. Pentacles, that's toes. That's a cycle. Aces to 10. That's karmic cycles. Knights, queens, kings, and things. That's divine cycles. How do divines move? We move in an infinity. Okay? Third dimension is here. Fourth, fifth dimension plus, like Disney plus. Fourth, fifth dimension plus is in the right side. You know what I'm saying? Best side anyway. Now, breaking all these terms down, so when you see these cards and the places that they're in, you know things go up. They're supposed to go up in stages. If things go backwards, that's a sign. All right. Overall energy is fairly important. Bottom line energy, that's very important. The first row is the feminine's I'm not feminine, excuse me, the indirect energy, subconscious energy, or mystery madness energy. The bottom row is your conscious energy, your direct energy, stuff you're cognitive and really conscious of what's going on around you. The top row is just the behind the scenes things you ain't really came up on yet. First column is the pimp tro, as I like to call it. It's just the first card, you know, just a little intro. If this was a movie, this would be the pimp tro to it. You got the feminine column. That's the second column here. It's four columns. Second column is the feminine row. That deals with the divine feminine. Could be the feminines in your life. Could be your mother, your sister, your daughter. You know what I'm saying? Gay best friend or some shit. You feel me? Like this is the feminines. You know, and as a masculine, it's your job to protect and support and hold down the feminine. But that's a whole nother reading. But the feminine role. Column next to it is the masculine role. All right. Same thing apply. Masculines, men, sons, uncles, brothers, bosses, what have you. Future final role is the last column, and like I say, if it's good, this just gives you a good message to kind of prep you for what's to come. You don't get all anxiety and shit because you know something gonna happen type situation, right? So if it's bad, you have time to change. Reading starts now. First card of this message, we got the Seven of Cups. All right. This is the Pimp Cup Chronicles. Six of Cups is the sauce in my deck. What's a cup? Feelings and emotions. What are those? Just indicators of where you're going mentally. Six of Cups is the sauce. I got to keep breaking it down. Number one, it's out here. That's what's up. To help me make my point. So the Six of Cups is the sauce. That's your steez. That's your essence. That's what makes you you. This is like a fingerprint, and everybody has one. Seven of Cups. This is your individuality. And in reality, we're all Six of Cups. We're all saucy. We're all that. We're all loved by God. We all have a fair shake and chance in life. But we got to be more than that. We got to be more than human. We got to be more than man, more than woman, more than your race, more than your status, more than your culture, your fucking creed. Wherever you come from, it came from a pool of saucy, zesty motherfuckers, because that's how you got here. Think about that shit. Like, the only reason you here is because your parents was like two saucy motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's real. Unless you was like a creation, you know what I mean? Test tube baby, some shit like that. But even then, you you know, you definitely an individual, right? So it's something in us that we all have to give out. That's our purpose in the world. That's what a seven cup is. It's something in you that you give to the world. Before you gave whatever this was to the world, you was just a six of cups, just another name, just another number, just another person. You understand what I'm saying? You stand out now. Overall energy, which is fairly important. Masculine, stand out. Stop playing the background. Stop being behind the scenes. That shit is not beneficial in any way. It's not socially beneficial. It's not financially beneficial. Like, you saucy as shit. You might as well utilize it. You like a swan, man, chilling with crows and pigeons and shit. Fuck that. It's time to really step into your own power. And you have a lot of it. You are divine masculine. It's the reason why we having this whole reading. So when your divine feminine get to praising you and telling you how you different and how you the one like Neo and shit and hitting you with all this twin flame rhetoric, you should take pride in that shit. It's nothing to get scared of. It's coming from a good place, which you will learn once you dive deep in this rabbit hole that is, you know, LLE Ascension and just the twin flame agenda overall. Like I say, rule number one, it's optional. So divine feminine don't have to do what she does, but she do it. You just happen to be caught up in the caught up in your divine feminine's like movie. It ain't like I'll just say this and I'm gonna continue. So like with my divine masculine, feel me? He thinks that I don't know, pull LLE Ascension like out my ass and just like using the fact that I'm like his twin to like come up and shit. Like little did he know, like all the smoke I caught coming out at first. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I'm a divine feminine and shit. Yeah, what? The fuck are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like, what does that even mean? Like, what are you talking about? It's like, yo, I'm divine feminine. I know a lot of divine masculine women out here. And I just happen to be a divine feminine male. Ain't nothing sweet about your boy. You feel me? It's all good. You dig what I'm saying? But it's just something new. Of course, this shit is new. Of course, it's uncomfortable. Of course, it's something. It's kind of like hieroglyphics when you're trying to figure out the signs and synchronicities. It's kind of like learning French, trying to understand the rhetoric. But you hear it all the time, and it ain't just your twin flame kicking you this twin flame shit, motherfucker. You see 1111 everywhere. You see the signs and synchronicities. Like, God deals with people differently. He fucks with you, right? All right, so you know. This is for everybody. Like for those that's blessed to even be in a situation. All this shit is built for masculine in reality is the overall energy. It's something in you that needs to come out. And usually your divine feminine brings that shit out of you. What it most likely is like love. You know, this love is something that gets you killed and just some shit you really wasn't even vibing on. Now you vibing on that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like legacy. You know what I mean? Like financial freedom. Like these are terms that seemed impossible to reach until you met a person in your divine feminine who really just set you ablaze. But guess what? You set her ablaze. Because if you wasn't here, she probably wouldn't be on what she was on. She was nice, like myself. I was nice as hell before this twin flame shit. But man, just meeting my divine masculine just off top, from off top. Shit, man. Hey, this shit ain't never, man. My life ain't never been the same. It's been fun. It's been real though. You know what I mean? And I can vouch. All the twin flame situation does is this. You feel me? It brings the best out of you. It brings some shit out you ain't know you had. Like I got powers now. I gain a power like probably every year and a half. I don't know if that's normal and shit. Like I ain't really in the community to be knowing shit. Like I'm a crystal psychic, so I keep myself good and dumb. Keep myself good and dumb from shit. So I just stay in my lane. You understand what I'm saying? But I haven't noticed at least like every year and a half, there's some change. I learned a new power, and it's a blessing to me. I just look at it as tools to the trade, but raw power. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a regular Joe, and I tell people this shit all the time. Like, this is how psychics get born. This is how healers get born. This is how like movies get made, son. This is stories. Every twin flame got a story, and it's magnificent, and it's beautiful, and it's broke down and has so much to it. The way you look at how you met your twin flame, divine masculine, is totally different from how your divine feminine see it, how her friends see it, how the community may see it. If you're up there and kind of like just happen to be twin flames with a known person, and I'm not, and these masters, I'm out here to tell you, as man shit, I'm here to tell you, these divine masters, they really don't like it. They look at it just totally different. They look at it as they want like privacy, and you really using this uh just this term to really put your business and your twins' business on Front Street. For those that's like that do what I do, and it's a lot of us. It's a lot of us. So, and, you know, those that's in this community that are twins that have hipped your twin to the biz and still pressing on with this. Like I say, I don't get no cookies from this shit in my twin flame demo. In fact, it keeps me and my twin at it. But bottom line is more important than anything. We got awareness here, masculine, and that's all I'm kicking. All right. This was a union you and your twin had. Like before you even was conceived on this earth, this was already set up. This shit here was already set up. And you know, your twin is a reflection of you, so you can't get on some. I wish I had another twin, or maybe my twin ain't my twin because we don't have shit in common. Like bullshit. You feel me? Like all twins have similarities. I mean, me and my twin, he's just a 30-year-old version of me. Me and him look the fucking same. Me and him has like the same freaking backstory. I can't compare my like adult life with his because he always stresses that. You know what I mean? Nigga, stop comparing yourself to me. Nigga, you ain't me. You couldn't handle what the fuck I can handle. Facts. Like you right. Facts, son. Like, yeah, I couldn't handle your life. That's why you had yours. But you couldn't get or you can't get what I'm getting on. You know what I mean? And that's a fact too. We all have our different things, but the similarities are just a big part of the triggers. And triggers, man, that shit lightweight, man. I see people holding classes on triggers. Look, triggers, just modify your action and behavior. All a trigger is just affecting you. So that means you got to fix yourself. If you getting triggered, it ain't nobody else's fault but you getting triggered. It's like stress. I told you, is the stress card out here? No, but it's been out here all week. But trigger, if you still get triggered by your twin, dead that shit. There's something wrong with you. Fix that shit. For a motherfucker that's been in the twin flame shit for 9 years, fix that shit. It's you. It ain't him. How is it still him? Has it been him this whole time with this? All right, modification. You know what I mean? You don't like you know what I'm saying, the deck or the hand you was dealt, like you can always reshuffle the damn deck. That's life. All right. Back to the message. In your mystery madness or indirect energy or subconscious energy, son, the stuff you don't see, you got the sauce. You're saucy as shit. Like, you got the sauce. Who got the sauce? I got the sauce. You got the sauce? We got the fucking sauce around here. Like, we're all divine and magnificent. Now, divines, we don't put ourselves on a higher level than karmics and shit. We just put ourselves on an elevated level than karmics and shit because what is a divine feminine? It's a queen of wands. What are wands? Actions and behavior. That shit you doing. Not what you got. Not who you are, not your status, not any physical pinnacle shit don't make you great. You can be great. Had the most motherfucking you got the most gold medals in the world. Feel me? You can have all the money in the world. You can have all that shit, but if you a shitty person and you ain't really giving back to the world and really doing nothing profound or prolific out here on my Nipsey Hussle shit, you ain't doing shit because that, you know what I mean, none of that matters. You know, pinnacles don't matter. They expire. They have an expiration date. It's only popping now. Later, it might not even be worth anything or mean anything at all. Those are pinnacles. And into cups that I got in my hand. It's the sauce. We're all saucy as shit, but guess what? What you feel and your emotions really don't mean anything outside of yourself. I'm saying shit one more time. Like how you feel really don't mean shit. What you think don't really mean shit. Because you can think all day. You can have something profound in here, but you need to get it out. What's the overall energy? 7 of cups. Something in you that need to come out. Like you can't harbor hidden talents. You can't harbor hidden gifts. And all your feminine does is show a flashlight to you And every time the flashlight hits your skin, it shows new features or better features or something inside that you can't see. Like this row right here. And it's like for years, for those that's been in a twin flame situation for a while. If you've been in a twin flame situation for more than 3 years, at this point, all right, the triggers might still be a little heavy in year 3. I say the triggers stop really at 7 years. After 7 years is a sign of completion. At 7 years, all that trigger and shit for veteran twins, it's you. You gotta fix that shit. But aside from triggers though, you got mirrors. Mirrors. I told you this twin flame shit is a mirror. All right, this is you. This is your divine masculine. I mean, excuse me. This is you, divine masculine. This is divine feminine. Now, it's a mirror where my face is and shit. Like it's the same shit but different. This is your thumb. This is your divine feminine thumb. All right, but you would think it's be better this way, but nah, it's kind of like this. It's the same, but it's different, right? Like if this image was inverted, this is a ring on my right hand, but if this was a mirror, like if I was in this image of myself that I see now, then this will be on my left hand. And I told you how like the big thing on triggers is you got to learn how to talk to your masculine. He probably tell you how to talk to him, but you probably thought he just talking until you realizing like he's actually saying shit and you're not listening. Like it's vice versa. You understand what I'm saying? But a lot of and I'm speaking for you masculine, you know what I'm saying? Like just a lot of feminines don't really understand the whole space part of it. Or when he says something, it's for a reason. You dig what I'm saying? Like what's big to you feminine is probably small to your masculine. But masculine, the shit that's like small to you is huge to your feminine. And like I say, it's a mirror. The divine feminine spits game all day on this mirror that y'all see each other in all day. But the thing is, she's probably not advanced enough to know that it's a mirror, so it's inverted. You pour your whole heart on the motherfucking mirror, only to not know in the mystery madness of it all that it's babble, it's bibble, it's you know what I mean? It's unrecognizable language. He think you writing hieroglyphics. You wrote you wrote the addresses on them perfect, and your M&M voice like you wrote the message clear, but he just can't see it. What you got to do is write the message backwards. You know what I'm saying? So he can see it forward. You know what I'm saying? Write the message backwards so he can see it forward. It's doing a lot. You doing all this just to get a message out to the boy, but you 3 of 1. You just what you do is just a little bit more than what he does. He's got the 2 of 1s. That's why the whole divine masculine having a role 2 of 1s and divine feminine having a role 3 of 1s. That means shit. It's all cycles. Like this book don't really, you know what I'm saying, gonna really break it down for y'all. But speaking of wands, you directly, you know what I'm saying, in regards to yourself masculine, you got the 4 wands. Now, the divine feminine had this in her situation. You got it in yours. I mean, it's like a mirror. Hey, I got a 4 wands, and it's in the fucking mirror. So in his left hand, he's got a motherfucking 4 wands. At least we can connect that. 4 wands, that's twin flame union, reunion, and recognition. So I've been saying this since I took my break. A lot of people gonna meet their twins. Just because you meet your twin don't mean you ain't recognized your twin yet. You gotta recognize your twin. I met my twin, I would say I met my twin one semester because I met him in college. I met my twin one semester before I knew he was my twin. Like recognized who he actually was. He was just like a cool ass other dude that I just vibe with. You know what I'm saying? Like he old as shit, but I can kick it with him because I'm an old soul myself. And he old motherfucker, but he cool, look young as shit. So he can come parlay and get down with the dirt that I'm doing around here. You know what I'm saying? And we was like a perfect match. Something unexplainable. You see us walking around, interacting, doing what we do. Like this ain't weird or some shit because it's all natural. Like I never had no qualms about big homie. You know what I'm saying? Nigga looks like my dad and shit. You know what I mean? And he ain't never had no qualms about me. It's a judgment-free zone. He comes from crazy ass background. I have a fucked up background. I mean, we're each other's like secret keepers and shit. We each other's diaries and shit. That's what a twin flame situation is. since it's two dudes and it's nothing romantic or sexual about this shit, it's just different. So it becomes a good demonstration or a great example for me to be like a person who's in a position to learn all this shit, especially going on 10 years with it, to really drop jewels on y'all and write the message backwards for y'all so y'all can see it forward. Because I'm pretty sure probably sex with your twin and just the physical and romantic emotions and the up and downs and expectations and shit. I'm sure y'all niggas on an emotional roller coaster with y'all twin flame demo. But you know what I mean? That's why this twin flame shit is cool too, because it ain't some twin flame situations like mine ain't romantic. They ain't sexual. They ain't built like that. Some twin flames can be family. Niggas don't want to talk about that shit though. Some twin flames can be the same sex with no crazy shit. Motherfuckers don't want to talk about that shit either. Like motherfuckers want to keep this shit all fake. Like we live in a different world. The commercials and the TV and the songs on the radio, like everything else has evolved. Why hasn't this? I told you I'm LGBT friendly. That bitch stop at T. Like that's when the door shuts down. That's when I put that lock on that motherfucker. And that's a whole nother conversation. We're gonna get to that probably next week when I do a little breakdown on a few things. All in all, awareness, bottom line, you just getting aware that hey, this twin flame shit is actually something. It's not nothing made up. Yo, twin flame ain't bugging. Yo, feminine ain't just like I said, she don't want nothing. She just being her. And you think she wants something from you. You think she in trouble or needs some help or some shit. Like you Mask, I'm talking to you, son. Like you think of everything but what it is. You know what I'm saying? But what it is. So, union. A lot of y'all gonna meet y'all twin. Which is cool because at least you can register it at this part. Because I'm sure at some point my twin flame had to like register that. Damn. Well, at least something to this because this ain't no regular ass friendship and shit. You know what I mean? Union. You've been trying to get with your twin for a while now. You've been going through like a crazy separation. I told you, recognition happens one time, union happens one time. Separation and reunion happens frequently. That's pretty much what the twin flame situation is, union and reunion. I mean, reunion and separation. But recognition only happens one time. And know your backstory. Like masculine, just really put in your head. Where was you before you met your twin flame? Like where were you coming from? What was you on? And how did you even get to the same location? Okay, of where you met your twin flame. I'm pretty sure it's some type of similarity to it. Even meeting this twin of yours, I'm sure it's similarities to y'all. Shit you won't acknowledge or sweep under the rug or some shit, but shit that's very vital nonetheless. This isn't no ordinary love, okay? This twin flame situation you in that you didn't got yourself in. Like it was just fate. Fate. Don't fight the feeling. hey, just don't fight it. Don't fight it. This is also going home or things hitting home. So a lot of masculines, the shit is hitting home. This shit is real. This ain't fake. This ain't made up. This ain't no lies. This ain't nothing that your twin flame out here using to get them some attention or some whatever the fuck. However you looking at it, like you're starting to get fully aware exactly what this is. It's nothing ordinary. Ain't never been. You're just finally sliding at home base with that notion. And why do you know these things? Why are you getting this awareness and this wake up call? Four of Wands, actions and behaviors, shit your feminine do or does or always is doing. I told you, when people ask me what's the best way to get to Four of Wands, twin flame union, reunion, recognition, I say Three of Wands. You understand what I'm saying? Be on your path, be on your purpose, elevate, high power. You know what I'm saying? Like, go up. What's up? God is what's up. That's how you're gonna get to your twin flame situation. Follow the signs, follow the synchronicities. Be brave. I'm talking to the feminine now, masculine. Just chill out. I'm gonna get to you in a minute. You know what I mean? Be brave. Like, jump out the fucking window for love and fall on your ass. Even if you watch you fall on your ass, hey, you try. You understand what I'm saying? This shit is not for the weak. This shit is not for the attention seekers. This shit is not for the attention whores. You know what I'm saying? This isn't for anybody thinking this shit is Disney. This shit is a Quentin Tarantino movie mixed with the Matrix. mixed with The Walking Dead, and it's a Spike Lee joint. Like that's the twin flame situation. I mean, feminine world, masculine. You got the Nine of Cups. Dreams come true, wishes granted, or a miracle. Feminine had this in her situation too. I can't say exactly where it was, but if it's in the same place, that's wonderful. But yeah, once again, feminine got a nine of cups in her hand in the mirror, hollering at you. You got a nine of cups in your hand in the mirror, hollering at her. And I think the six of cups was out there too. It's a lot of these cards. It's a whole different deck. You feel what I'm saying? And we got you actually out here, masculine. This is you in regards to yourself consciously. You're a king of wands. And I'm gonna dive into that in a second. That's a beautiful message in itself. But subconsciously and directly, it's a miracle that's happened. It's a wish you wanted that's finna get granted. It's either gonna be good, it's either gonna be bad, or it's either gonna be ugly. You get what you wish for. The power of the tongue is a motherfucker. Told you, you're the thinker who thinks the thoughts that makes the things. You're the thinker who thinks the thoughts that makes the things. Thoughts become things. You ain't even gonna just think like idle thoughts come to pass. Like that should just show you power. We're human beings, man. We're so much powerful than people deem us as. Fuck these spirits and all these goofy ass anomalies and whack ass energies. Look, hey, we too powerful. You feel what I'm saying? To downplay ourselves like we ain't the one. And what's the divine masculine? The one, you're Neo. Neo, you made a wish happen. It was a subconscious thought. It's in the subconscious area. You got a subconscious thought that's going to not only manifest itself, but it's gonna appear, like I say, in the form of a miracle. Even if you don't want it, even if it's the bad, worstest timing for this shit to happen here, it's going to happen because you made it happen. You know? What is this? Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's good. Ace of Cups. I likes that. Ace of Cups, that's self-care. See that big ass heart right there? That's self-care. Self-love, self-respect, self-admiration, self-identification, self-realization. Hey, self-care, man. And you've been doing a lot of that. A lot of masters, like I've been saying, at least the past 2 months. A lot of masters been taking good care of themselves physically. I mean, whether they're dieting, whether they're trying, I mean, quitting substances and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like masculines, and to my divine masculine, I see you, bro. I see you. I mean, you on point. I mean, you raise a sharp with your shit. You know what I mean? And I just commend you on the good shit you on right now. And you know what it is. So Nine of Cups plus Ace of Cups is the Ten of Cups. What's Ten of Cups? That's happiness. What's happiness? It's emotional contentment or emotional fulfillment. What's happiness? It's something that comes from inside. Like whatever the Seven of Cup is, something that's in you that needs to come out. Because Six of Cups is being saucy. That's all that. Everybody's all that. You got to be all that in a bag of chips. This bag of chipsness is what creates legends. It's what creates prophets. It's what creates ministers. And I mean, like, it's what creates greatness. You know what I mean? Step into your own shit. Stepping out of people's shadows, like not being scared to fail, not being scared to lose, being brave when it comes to love, like all that shit. All that shit I'm talking about is what your feminine be on all day, every day, masculine, and you see that. You see how big your divine feminine heart is. That's why you wanted this. This is love related, relationship related. And if it ain't your divine feminine, then it's gonna be a karmic that's gonna pop up like, hey, like the fucking Cheetos cheetah and shit. But given the fact that Four of Wands is out here, you know, because this comes out right. The next card after the Four of Wands is the Nine of Cups, a dream come true, a wish is granted, or a miracle. That's good for the heart and shit. Like you consciously, in regards to and this is in regards to the feminine energy. This is you and your mystery madness or your subconscious, your indirect energy in regards to the feminine, right? You consciously or directly, okay? In regards to the feminine and your energy, you got the Eight of Swords though. Self-imposed prison. It's an invisible prison. So, like I said, can't nobody see you in it. It's an invisible prison. So you're gonna have to get yourself out of it. Now, Eight of Swords could be a long-standing belief that needs to be eradicated or is getting eradicated. Thus, you know, birthing you into a whole new creature, which you become at this King of Wands that's out here. You in regards to yourself consciously and directly. We're gonna get to that in a second. But yeah, this Eight of Swords is a false sense of entitlement that's just been eradicated. You felt entitled to something for so long, only to see that that's just not the way to go. False sense of security. You're very insecure, very uncomfortable, very unsure, very a lot of things. All right, and in a lot of things, you know, and in a lot of things. Really, in regards to this twin flame situation, and like you finally getting out that mental prison you was in. Eight of Swords is walls and gates you keep up against your heart and mind and keep your heart and mind from getting hurt or broke. When in reality, it's people that can hop over these gates. You know what I'm saying it's people that can dig right under them shits. They're trained to do so. Can't hide nothing. At least not in this world. You feel what I'm saying? You was in a self-imposed prison. You see that. You consciously see that. And this veil of, I want to say, just foolishness. This veil of foolishness has been lifted. You looked at this twin flame situation in a real whack way. Now you're seeing how whack that thought was. You looked at your feminine in a very unsatisfying, like a satisfying way. Like the way you, the person you thought your twin flame was, your divine feminine was, is like the complete opposite of who the fuck she or he is. You know what I mean? Thus, you wrote her off, wrote him off. You know, put them through so much shit in the midst of you trying to figure this out. She been figured this out. He been figured this out. Feminines, divine feminines been figured this whole little thing out. You just getting awoke. I mean, you just coming home. Four wands. You know what I'm saying? Like you just getting here. So yeah, it's all good too, because this twin flame shit is what's popping. This is where the table is spread and the feast of the Lord is going on, which means everybody eating around this motherfucker. You turn your feminine into a whole different creature. I can vouch. But you also are gonna suffer the same fate. You know? It ain't the feminines who just evolve, it's the masculines who evolve too. And when masculines evolve, oh, when they 301, oh my God, like you 301ing now, feminine, right? 301ing is evolution, that's path, that's purpose, that's you found your purpose. Even if you ain't found your purpose, you at least found your niche or found your lane. You don't know if it's a purpose or not. But what is wands? Actions and behavior from the shit you're doing, you figuring it out. Because that's how this shit works. You're figuring this shit out, feminine. You're figuring this shit out too, masculine. And everything that you feeling is what your feminine felt, and it's what your feminine gonna feel later. Because it's a cycle, it's a process. That's why it was so confusing too, because you kept going through the same energies. You know what I mean? Book with me, man. Like I'll be dropping knowledge. So masculine role. Masculine, you in regards to yourself subconsciously or indirectly, or the mystery madness to yourself, you got the Five of Swords. Feminine definitely had this. And you got it now. Matter of fact, this came out in the same space. So in the divine feminine situation, her in regards to herself consciously and directly, she had the Five of Swords. You, in regards to the masculine energy, subconscious, and indirect energy, well, it's just indirect. You had it in the conscious. Masculine's got it in the indirect energy, but still, she had a Five of Swords in her hand, looking at you in the mirror. You got one in your hand too. It's a lot of reflection going on. You feel me? And that's just a sign and synchronicity that you two are on the same page, even subconsciously. But yeah, Five of Swords is focus, and that's what you got to do. It's just subconsciously. You're gonna have to focus on the subconscious. What I mean by that is like you reading this shit backwards. It's time to read it forward. This is like the first time of the Divine Masculine learning how to write a message backwards to send it forward to his twin to let him know he get it or he got it or he good. My twin did that one time. Blew the shit out of me, but scared the fuck out of me too, though. Like that was union. I got a union with my twin. That was basically the equivalent of me and him in union for the first time. It's like he literally figured it out. He's got like a mirror behind him while he's reflecting in front of him. My twin sister, that's crazy. My twin sister, she's a divine masculine. She looks like a princess and shit. I look like a beast and shit, but I'm the feminine and she's the masculine. Anyway, my twin sister had a diary and she used to write because my mom would come in here, she'll throw all my fucking you know what I mean, drawers, gut them all, anything that's hidden, nigga. She gonna flip it over. My house is like the cops went through it. Just because, I was living in her house and, you know what I mean, she could do shit like that just to make sure we wasn't doing shit we wasn't supposed to be doing, like me selling no drugs or my sister out here having babies. So the yell ass, man, early. And she is psychic, which is crazy. She do Reiki and all that shit. And I just found out about it. Like, masculines, y'all gotta get up off that shit, man. Like, start letting motherfuckers know y'all on this shit. But anyway, she wrote her shit backwards and forward. Like the backwards part, I was like, that's dope. But when how she had it inverted, I'm like, hey, like how the fuck you do this? I'm like, are you an alien? I'm like, you what the fuck? I'm looking at it. She was like, watch this shit. She just turned it over and she put a mirror on it. And I seen the message on the mirror and it was like forward. I was like, and she could play like classical shit. We was both in orchestra, I could read bass clef, she can read, soprano and shit, but the yell ass, like, I'm nice, nigga. I'm nice. My twin flame though, my twin sister, excuse me. My twin sister though, nigga, she a masculine, bro. So she on a whole nother level with shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying all this shit to say this, to really break shit down. Hey, focus. Takes a lot of focus to write a diary like that. Takes a lot of focus for you to figure out how to write this message so you can give it to your feminine. So you can finally wow her. So you can finally show a nice, subtle, subconscious signal, precognitive one, precognitive, signal that you know what's up, that you paying attention, that you ain't stupid, that you ain't slow, and that you know what's up. So like focus. But why you gotta focus though is so you don't miss nothing. Told you, your feminine be dropping jewels. Your feminine be putting you on game. She be sending you a whole bunch of shit that can get you paid, get you laid, get you made. Women are always showing love, always dropping jewels. Like pick some up. This is like you picking up a jewel, your feminine drop, and it ends up making you a shitload of money, or it ends up putting you in a nice position to where you can put your feminine in a nice position. You dig what I'm saying? Next card. You in regards to yourself personally, you got the King of Wands. Who's the King of Wands? It's the Divine Masculine. It's Neo from the motherfucking Matrix. Who is Neo? The one. Why is he the one? Because he can do shit can nobody else do. Back to your feminine masculine. You do shit to your feminine that she wouldn't even let a dude allow her to do shit to. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit you be on is the shit she would never tolerate. Some shit she would never allow. Maybe you think she don't care about herself or she on something else because you allow her to do that. And you base that on other chicks only to see that she ain't no regular chick or no regular dude. And this ain't no ordinary love. And this ain't no ordinary love. Like, you the one. Because the shit you can do with your feminine, you can't do with nobody else. That's why you the one with her. But look how her, your feminine, treats you. Feminines praise their twin. Not like a fucking guy. We don't worship your motherfucking ass. We just give you propers. What is propers, Boom? I just be beefing up my twin. In case he down on himself. Because he feeling like old today. I gotta remind my nigga, bro, you the youngest looking old motherfucker up in here. You ain't even old, bro. Like, you ain't even look your age and shit. Like, he hate when I be saying shit like that. I be like, nigga, get off that. You can have any chick up in here, cuz I know that. I can have any broad with this bitch. For sure, but you got a better chance of getting it before me, nigga. You don't even see that, bro. Like you don't even see that shit. To you, nigga, they probably think you more stable, nigga. They probably think you got more bread, nigga. You gonna get the motherfucking yachts before I do, my nigga. Like yeah, you don't even see that. Like, you don't even see that. Then Kevin Samuels type shit. It's a gay nigga. Clearly, nigga's gay. Ain't nothing wrong. I'm LGBT. Door stop at T, nigga. Friendly. You feel me? I ain't got no qualm with none of that type of shit. But just an example. This guy's gay. Like I'm a psychic. I can read motherfuckers. I can clearly see that. Ain't nothing wrong with that, by the way. Hella chicks around him. My twin, like, damn, you must get all the hoes. What? Like, nigga, you don't see? Like Kevin Samuels. Nigga, you don't see? Hey, nigga, you don't see? Damn, bro. Like, nah, that ain't what the fuck it is. It ain't what it look like, bro. Like, for real. You know? Then he see it and like, damn, how I missed that. And it's just like, focus. Nigga, focus. Like, these dudes who can read actual real Jordans, but you don't know if you had sex with a tranny or not. Like, that type of shit, bro. Like, focus. If you're on point, you ain't gotta worry about shit. What's focus? It's a sword. You cocking back a bow or a pistol at a target, but you ain't really just looking at the target. You focusing on that motherfucker. To what? Take your shot. Actually, the next card right after this Five of Swords is the Six of Swords, and your unconscious and direct entity. But you're masculine, and you got karma. The shit you're supposed to be doing with your twin flame. Shit you're supposed to be doing like with yourself. You know, and you hear it, you feel it in the air like Beanie Siegel. You have dreams, you have signs, you have synchronicities. Same episodes feminists go through, you go through. You got powers too. You just ain't saying shit. Hiding all powers, secret abilities and shit. Fuck wrong with you? Like, hey, you see how you different. You see how you like an outcast in the world, but you see how you also know how to blend in with the world. It's like Neo. Neo's the most wanted person in the machine world, and he's in the Matrix amongst a whole bunch of machines, but that nigga can just walk around like it ain't shit. You notice that shit? How Neo walks around in the Matrix? Like, people should know he Neo. Let Trinity be walking around in the fucking Matrix. Trinity is the divine feminine. Let Trinity walk around in the Matrix. You know how, like, Morpheus was talking to motherfucking Neo? He had his hands behind his back, looking all cool and shit before the chick in the red dress came through. Let Morpheus or Trinity be walking around the Matrix the way motherfucking masculines be walking around, the way Neo be walking around. It'd be trouble. That's how it's set up. You can sneak through cracks. That's what's gonna make you the really best divine specimen. Given the life of your divine feminine, if your divine feminine turns out to be a great woman, like a legend, like you know, infamous even. You know what I mean? If she turns out to be like a person that's making noise around here, you know what I'm saying? Imagine where that's gonna put you at. Like you all uncomfortable and like paranoid now about the little moves your feminine making. What if she becomes exactly who she knows she's gonna be? What if becomes exactly who he knows he's gonna be too? So like, what you're really seeing is the faith of your feminine moving mountains around here, only to accidentally move on your motherfucking self and putting two and two together. Say shit one more time for the niggas in the back. Hey, you just seeing your feminine like move mountains with her faith, only for you to move a mountain on accident and putting two and two together. Wrapping this shit up. Future final roll, you got Six of Swords. That's taking the shot. Five of Swords was focused, aiming at a target. What are you aiming for? To take your shot. Take the shot. Like, you're taking a shot here. All right? At life, at opportunity, at love, at whatever you want. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, son. You miss 100% of the motherfucking shots you don't take. You're going to take some shots here. The shot, maybe. You know what I mean? And Six of Swords is also the coolest card. What's that? Rolling with the homies. You and your feminine got similar cards, similar energies. Union is out here. You starting to put two and two together. You know what I mean? You're starting to feel like how Josh felt, you know what I mean, when he fell in love with fucking Cher. You know what I'm saying? You start to feel like Donald Faison, you know what I mean, on a highway with D. You know You know what I'm saying? And you start to feel like Travis at the wedding with Ty, my nigga. Like you just mentally, hey, going in the direction, and you ain't scared to do that. And I love all that shit. But as always, final card in your director conscious energy in the future, like the in your subconscious or mystery madness or the shit you don't see. It's like the end of Clueless. Like watch Clueless and just watch the last scene of it, the wedding. That's what's popping. But here you are with a four of pentacles, holding on. You know what I'm saying? Four of pentacles. That's holding on too tight to some shit or being scared to let some shit go. You gotta let everything go. It's the saying us blacks got. You know, when we have our children and shit, we give our children up to God. I ain't got no kids, but you know, I do have them. First shit I'm gonna do, give my kid to God. My mama broke that shit down. She had twins. She's like, you know what I'm saying? When I had y'all, I automatically gave y'all to God. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, y'all gonna be your own people. Y'all gonna make your own decisions. Y'all gonna have your own life, and whatever the fuck y'all do, it's in God's hands. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I can raise you, and that's all I can do. So I put it in God's hands from the day I was born to justify that fact. So I ain't got a trick later in life, and that was like some of the realest shit I ever heard. So you can't hold on to shit. You ain't physically letting go of something. You letting go of your hold on it, your control over it, your, you know what I mean? Feelings, your emotions, your thoughts about the shit. It's like somebody telling you you terminally ill. And you just like, okay, I hear you, but fuck out of here with that. I'm not holding on to that. You can keep that. Like somebody owe you a whole bunch of money and they throw you $2. It's like, you know what? Fuck that money. Fuck you. You know what I mean? Don't let me ever see you again. And I'm cool. We just let this situation be the reason why we ain't cool no more. It ain't even about the money. This what it was about. So it's just letting go. Knowing when to let go. It's like holding on to a rope. You don't want to get no Indian burn. You can just let the rope go. Like, let it go. It's Pentacle. What are Pentacles? They expire. There are a lot of supply of them, and like I said, they're only temporary, man. So that's the message that I got. I hope I can be a good use. Stay tuned for another message. I'm definitely gonna do separation soon. I'll see y'all in a second. One.